And what is going on, good people? We're back here working on a weekend like usual. Of course, if it's a weekday, we're always working as well. It is ISG, the intersection of sports and gaming. Folks, we're the only show that combines traditional sports and gaming at the same time. You'll see a couple of Madden players playing for cash and prizes as we bring you the latest in the world from the National Football League. Last week of NFL preseason, we used to call this the dress rehearsal, but it is going to end this week, and then we'll be off to the NFL regular season in the next week or so. ISG basketball here on the platforms of NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network. We're powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. All right, we'll come inside here, folks. Larry Ridley, CBS Sports, ISG football, ISG college football back here for a second week, and also ISG basketball later in the week, guys. It is great to be here early in the week, man. We're going to bring you the latest in the world of the National Football League. Shout out to the good folks at NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network. Let's go ahead and get this thing started, folks. And a big shout out to the folks that are welcoming us here, right here at Golf Zone Social. Look at this beautiful place, man. It is a golf paradise, folks. 3 locations right here where Brooklyn at. West Nyack and also in Scarsdale. Folks, it is literally a bar, a sports bar, a lounge, and a restaurant all at once. It is a sports bar and indoor golf lounge with some 16 total bays. Just saw a huge party leave out of the VIP suite as well. 15 total bays and a beautiful VIP suite. Got the simulators and the suites. It is where golf meets social. The best indoor golf experience that you'll have. Indoor golfing games meeting unparalleled social engagement. You can play some 240 courses, folks. It is a true experience. Like I said, it's a bar, a sports bar, a lounge, and a restaurant. Shout out to the good folks here at Golf Zone Social, JP, my guy Rick, and everyone welcoming us here at the Brooklyn location. Golf Zone Social online, golfzonesocial.com. Now, let me go ahead and bring in the co-host for the day. To my left, there he is, Derwin Worrell, former sportscaster, WPRI television in Providence. Derwin, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
Feeling good. Just, enjoying some days off, just chilling.
Yes, sir. All right, man. You in Brooklyn? Where you at, man? Providence,
Florida?
I'm in Brooklyn.
Where Brooklyn at?
Brooklyn home is home for me right now, so for the meantime.
All right, good stuff, man. And how about our girl to the right of me, Andrea Richmond, piece up, 8 down. She is in the A-Town NABJ in your backyard next year, National Association of Black Journalists. How we feeling in hot Atlanta?
It's been a whole long week since I've seen Derwin, so I'm missing him already, but it's okay because we're going to see a whole fam hopefully in a year's time. So I'm getting my money saved up right now, honestly.
All right, you guys, hey, I'm dead serious. We are going to party like it is 2026 next year in Atlanta, man. I'm talking about, the places we're going to? Papados, eating steak and shrimp, right? Right? Yep, Magic City, right?
Yep, Ruth Chris on you.
Ruth Chris, Blue Flame.
Yeah, Blue Flame, all of that.
All the good stuff. All right, you guys ready to get this thing started, man? National Football League, and talk the latest of that, and also Madden as well. A couple of top players playing for cash and prizes. You guys ready to get this thing started here?
Let's go.
Do it.
All right, let's take a look real quickly at the rundown here for ISG football, the intersection of sports and gaming, the only show that talks traditional sports and gaming. Did Dillon Gabriel shade Shedeur Sanders? A big talk in the National Football League. Some people say no. Some people say yes. He said he shaded the media. We're going to get into all of the machinations, if you will. Joe Flacco, speaking of Cleveland, this is for you. Joe Flacco named the Browns starter. No surprise there. We'll talk about that. Mike Tomlin, folks, he says the Steelers' defense can be, quote, historic. I don't know if y'all guys remember this thing called the steel curtain back in the day. We'll get into that. OBJ says, I'm not retiring. A lot of talk last week about him retiring. Got the shot of him at MetLife Stadium, blah, blah, blah. He says he wants to play. We'll see what teams sort of make sense for him. And speaking of play, this guy can play. Colston Loveland with the Chicago Bears, and he can sing. Let Me Love You. We'll talk about that as well. And dude, man, he sounded pretty good, man, for an NFL player. Now, speaking of NFL players, one of the top quarterbacks in their second year, Drake Maye, just randomized a fan's fantasy football league draft as he was walking up the field the other day, I believe during I guess it was with the Minnesota Vikings. That was up in Eden Prairie or whatever it is outside of Minneapolis. We'll definitely get into that. All right, so what about the Madden game here? They're playing for rules for cash and prizes, excuse me. Let's take a look at the rules here. All Madden competitive game style, hit the head. Current rosters, we like to call those Rex. All 32 NFL teams are available. 5-minute quarters. King of the Hill format. You win, you stay on the sticks. How about the prizes? It's all about this money. $50 guaranteed, $40 cash to the winner. The runner-up runs out this piece with $10 cash there. And if you win 4 straight weeks, you do get an NFL licensed zip chair. And for the first time, you will get an official ISG t-shirt, color of your choice. Shout out to the folks at Zip Chair. Check them out online, zipchair.com. Literally make the best gaming chairs in the world. They got office furniture, gaming desks, sofas, you name it. Got all the NFL teams, Major League Baseball, NBA, NHL, MLS, NCAA-inspired chairs, and also any custom pieces you want, they can get that for you as well. Check them out online, zipchair.com, located on Strong Island. Shout out to Tina Altadonna, our marketing lady, been rocking with us for about 5 or 6 years now. Check them out online, zipchair.com. How about the matchup here? It's all about these 2 young men playing Madden, and we welcome the young ladies as well. We used to have some ladies play some Madden. Want to bring you guys into the fold as well. Check us out online, theisgshow.com/Madden. OG2K, a former King of the Hill, playing with the Steelers. Nicholas Sirianni, there he is, for Buffalo, New York, age 19, college student, 10-time ISG Madden champion. How about the current King of the Hill? His name is Huskers, a.k.a. government name, Robert Neely from Omaha, 27 years of age, civil engineer, wicked smart, currently working on the tallest structure in Omaha, 43 stories there, out there in the great state of Nebraska. He's a 6-time ISG Madden champ. Real quickly, we'll take a look at the standings here of the Molly Pop Grapes standings. And here we are. Madden 26 just came out last week. Literally hit the street, 4 or 5 days ago, last Thursday. MollyPopGrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. Molly Pop Grapes taking a world by sweet storm with that pink bag promise. If you see it, folks, you got to understand you're getting high quality produce. Some 20 different variety of grapes. Also got fresh juices online as well. Check them out online. MollyPopGrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. Andrew Richmond, 1-0. Hold on. This is not right. Is this right? Did I lose last week? Am I behind Andrew Richmond again? I don't like this. I don't like this. Take it off the screen.
That's not a surprise to me.
I don't like this. Take it off the screen right now.
I love it.
Take it off the screen. Bring us all in.
You don't like it? I love it.
Okay. Got it, Kevin. Kevin's trying to be cute back there, leaving it up on the screen. You like it, Andrew?
I love it. And you know what? Oh, man, I usually love to see Huskers do his thing, and he's the guy that I fear the most if it wasn't for another man. And that is none other than OG. Not King Kirk, but, 2K. OG is probably the guy I'm going to go with. Not probably is the guy I'm going to go with. Even with the Steelers, I feel like he'll be able to make it work. But
so you're going to go with OG2K playing with the Steelers? I am going to go with, no, you know what? I'm going to say my pick. Derwin, who you got? You got Steelers or you got the Bears?
In real life, I would definitely go to Steelers. So I'm going to treat this like real life. I'm going to go with the Steelers. That's OG, right? He's played with the Steelers?
Yes.
I'm going to go with OG. Can't go wrong when you got a OG in front of your name. So I'm going with OG.
Man, you know what? Zigging and zagging, man. I am going for broke. I'm going to take the champ. I am. Look, the Steelers are the better team, hell, in real life, and also in Madden. But it's about the user, man. This is, I don't know if you guys know, this is the Clash of the Titans. This is King Kong versus Godzilla right here. Ooh. And I was a Godzilla guy, so I'm going to take the guy that can breathe that thermal fire right there, and I'm taking Huskers and the Chicago Bears. So give me Huskers. Go ahead.
Larry King Kong ain't got crap on you, huh?
I didn't go say that. Shout out to Denzel, man. Made some news talking about Jerry Jones last week on our First Take. So, yeah, shout out to Denzel. Give me Huskers, man. You guys ready to get this thing started? Because I know Huskers got to get out here, and so do we. You guys ready?
Let's go.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and lock it up, man. Huskers playing with Chicago. And how about OG2K playing with Pittsburgh and our guy up there in those Three Rivers? It's the confluence, folks. It's the confluence. Those Three Rivers are. Derwin, you know those Three Rivers? You got to fill in there real quick. Go.
No, I don't.
Monongahela,
Allegheny. Man, I should know this. The Allegheny, and they all combine to the Ohio River.
Santa Maria? I don't know. Let's go.
Santa Maria. Now we're just saying words to Derwin right now.
Sangria is wine, dude. What are you talking about? All right, let's go and get this thing started. Yes, let's talk some football as well. All right, guys, lock it up right here. OG2K and Huskers right here. Destination Unbeaten Sports Channel Players TV and In the Black Network as we come to you from Golf Zone Social here in Brooklyn. Played out, guys. May the best man win, and we'll talk to the winner at the conclusion of the game. Good luck, guys. Let's go. And that first quarter, the pregame show, first quarter is starting right now, but the pregame show brought to our good friends right here at Golf Zone Social, 3 locations. We talked about it, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. We're right here in Brooklyn. We're Brooklyn at right here. Sports Bar and Indoor Golf Lounge with some 16 bays, simulators, and suites. This is where golf meets social. The best indoor golf experience that you'll find. It is an indoor golf games here. And it meets unparalleled social engagement, folks. You can play some 240 courses on those screens there. They got regular games as well. It's a Troon experience. If you know about the Troon golf courses and things, bar, sports bar, lounge, restaurant, a vibe. Check them out online, golfzonesocial.com. All right, guys, we're inside here of Golf Zone Social, located in Brooklyn. Got 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. Larry Ridley, CBS Sports. ISG football here, powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. We're the only show that talks traditional sports and gaming at the same time. To the right of me, got Derwin Worrell, former sportscaster, WPRI television up in Providence, Rhode Island. To the right of him, Andrew Richmond, Piece Up 8 ounces, a sports reporter in Atlanta. Middle of the screen, we got our king of the hill. There he is. Huskers playing with the Chicago Bears. Madden 26, folks. They're playing for cash and prizes, and we talk the latest in the world of the NFL. Bottom of the screen, got OG2K, a former king of the hill. Literally just one loss, playing with the Pittsburgh Steelers here, guys. And you can see both of these guys here at start of the first quarter. And it is the Bears with the ball first, and Chicago playing being controlled by Huskers. All right, guys, let's get to the NFL topics. No Cleveland Browns today here, but we're going to head over to the AFC North. Cleveland Browns, you look at Dillon Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders. We saw what Shedeur did in game 1 in the preseason. Played very well. Had a lot of great success there, a couple of touchdowns. Dillon Gabriel got the start while Shedeur was out, nursing a bit of an injury there. He played pretty well as well, although he did have a fumble and an interception of pick 6. During the game, he was asked about his performance and threw some shade, according to some, at Shedeur Sanders. Take a listen to Dillon Gabriel mid-game for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I think it's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. And my job is to compete, and that's what I'm focused on doing. Of course, we're doing this mid-game, but you know, it's something that I'll get used to, and just want to be the best team that I can and create an environment where we can all go do our best work. That's all we want to do.
So that was Dillon Gabriel mid-game there, I believe, being interviewed by a colleague of mine at CBS Sports, Aditi Kingawala there, asking him about you know, his approach and all of that good stuff. He says there are entertainers and there's competitors. Everyone first thought, and they jumped on the word entertainers. Is he talking about Shedeur Sanders with the Rich Flex and all of that? He's a competitor. Now, look, this goes back to his head coach, Dan Lanning, in college at Oregon. Remember when they played Dion in Colorado a couple of years ago? Yeah. Now, post-game, Dillon Gabriel was asked about it, and he said, look, he meant entertainers, you all, us here in the media. I don't know if I'm buying that. You know how it is. Quiet part out loud. That's what he was saying. Your thoughts here, Derwin. What do you think he meant by entertainers and competitors?
I mean, that sounds a little fishy to me. I'm not really buying it. It could be a little bit of shade there. But to his credit, he did play well. You know, everyone was talking about Shedeur. The TV ratings went up. I know I was in Cleveland when that game was going on. I made sure at 7 o'clock I was in front of a screen to watch Shedeur play. So he's getting a lot of fanfare. And if you're the other quarterback, you know, you want a little press yourself. So I can see why Gabriel probably feels a little slighted.
Andrea, look, some people said, you know, look, it wasn't shade. I mean, you can't really prove it. And he has used this quote and this sort of tone before. Like I said, we talked about Dan Lanning at Oregon, talking about, you know, people that, you know, fighting for clicks and we're fighting for wins, things of that nature. Your thoughts here on Dillon Gabriel and his comments there mid-game for the Browns against the Eagles in that second preseason game?
Yeah, it's funny that Derwin was talking about like being in Cleveland because, you know, that's where NABJ shout out said, going all the way is OG 2K. So shout out to that. But I was literally at the Sports Task Force, you know, party, which is a big Papa party. And like while I was entering the doors, like the bouncers talking about, oh, Shedeur got another touchdown. Wait, Shedeur got a touchdown. So obviously, like he is the movement in Cleveland. He's the movement wherever he goes. So Dillon Gabriel, not being from as flashy a program, Oregon used to have a lot more love back in the day. Now in the Big Ten, trying to establish itself again with football dominance. And also, too, it's hard to compare yourself against the aura that is a Sanders in any capacity. But it was shade. I absolutely felt the shade. The sun blacking out for a little bit. There was a little bit of an eclipse because at the end of the day, you can say that you're talking about the media, but the real entertainers are the people on the field. Those are the people that we come here for. Don't say it's the media trying to be entertainers. No, it's y'all who are literally like, you're part of an entertainment league. So stop playing with us. Dillon has to establish himself, and he has to let them know that Shedeur isn't the only person in town. Although I would say that Shedeur, even if the numbers, whatever they say I still say Shedeur had a better performance overall when you look at it.
No, he definitely did. I think his QBR was his rating was about 36 points higher, I believe like 106 or 107 to like 72. Look, Dillon threw for more yards, right? I think 143 to 138. I think Shedeur had one more completion, but Dillon threw less passes as well. No turnovers, folks. I'm sorry, that's the name of the game in the football in the world of the NFL. Take care of the ball, and Shedeur did that. 2 touchdowns. Right now, who's in better position on this depth chart? We all know who's going to be the starter. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Who's in better position going forward to lead this franchise? Derwin?
I think Shedeur. And I've said this from the beginning.
You didn't say that with a lot of...
Well, I think Shedeur because
I think
if
so.
you're Cleveland,
I
there
hope
is
so.
no
I really
way.
rooting for him.
There's no way Cleveland's cutting him. There's no way that he's making the team.
He's a 5th-round pick. Dillon Gabriel was a 3rd-round pick.
Right. So if Gabriel's going to have to beat Shedeur for that job, literally beat him, because everyone else, the masses.
Hold on, isn't the other way around actually?
No. Shedeur already. We already know Shedeur's going to put seats. He's going to put fannies in the seats. That's what Cleveland wants. Cleveland wants to be relevant. That's why they went after Watson. That's why they went after Watson in the first place, which they should have never done, because they compete with the Ravens and they compete with the Bengals and they compete with the Steelers. So to maintain relevancy, they need a quarterback. Shedeur is going to put fannies in the seats. Shedeur is going to have people tuning in. Gabriel's not. Nobody's running to the screen to watch Gabriel. So Gabriel's going to have to beat Shedeur out for that job.
But Gabriel is a competitor. We've heard that time and time again. Andrew, lastly, before we get out of here, 7-7 ball game, both guys scoring here heading into the second quarter. Your thoughts here. Who had the better preseason performance, Shedeur or Dillon?
They're all competitors. They're pros, competitors. That doesn't mean anything to me. If you looked at it, it's not even just the numbers that are better in Shedeur's favor. If you actually look on the screen, like Shedeur made more difficulty, like moving in the pocket, evading, spinning away from pressure, layering balls. Dillon managed the offense really well, but especially if you're the Cleveland Browns, you want something exciting. You've had managerial quarterbacks. You have in your rotation with Joe Flacco. You want somebody who has a little bit of upside. Speaking of upside, touchdown, the Huskers, love that. But I also think that you're going to see a lot more of that with Shedeur. Obviously, you drafted Shedeur a little lower to humble him. So, I mean, you do have to consider the fact that the organization might like Dillon as a person better, but at the end of the day, football is football. And when it comes to money, when it comes to play ability, and when it comes to just swag and aura, like I talked about, Aura Farm with Shedeur. Come on.
Aura farming, absolutely. Once again, Shedeur 138 yards, Dillon Brooks 143. It's the QB rating for me that tells the story, and the 2 touchdowns. And once again, Dillon Gabriel. A lot of people try to, kind of deflect a little bit, say, oh, it was the tight end didn't reach out his arms. Like, he makes that throw in practice all the time. He's had some issues with that as well. It was a bad pass. Not a good look. But look, it's preseason. I don't want to kill the young man. I still want to see him do well. But look, if you want to be honest about this and be fair and balanced, Shedeur had a better performance in the preseason. But Dillon Gabriel did lead a couple of nice drives, but had those 2 turnovers, the fumble and the interception, the pick 6. Definitely can hurt the offense there. All right, we're in the second quarter here, 14-7 ball game. Got Huskers in the middle of the screen with the lead, playing with the Bears. He's on defense. OG2K, a former King of the Hill, a former champ, playing with the Steelers. He's got the ball on offense, and somewhere just picked up a first down here. They're in the second quarter. That first quarter brought to you by good friends at El Aguila Dorado Restaurant. Authentic Mexican restaurant, open 7 days a week in Bayonne, New Jersey, where I trap at right there. Great food, great atmosphere, great affordable drinks as well. And folks, the libations, they're definitely flowing. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. Got those mariachi shows as well every other Tuesday. You see the outfits and the costumes. They do a great job there. DJs on the weekends, Lat nights, really big there on the weekends too. They got the beautiful patio, great food, great environment, just awesome vibes there. Aguila Dorado Restaurant, the Golden Eagle. It is landed right there in Bayonne, New Jersey. Check them out online, AguilaDoradoRestaurant.com. And we're back here inside of Golf Zone Social here, Larry Ridley, CBS Sports, ISG football here on your screen here on the platforms of NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network. We're the only show, folks, that combine traditional sports talk and gaming at the same time. We're talking traditional sports, the latest in the world of the National Football League. Got some gamers playing as well, Madden players, top Madden pros playing for cash and prizes. And we talked about the latest in the world of the National Football League last week, preseason here in the NFL for all 32 teams. We got Derwin Worrell, former broadcaster, sports reporter, and anchor at WPRI Television up there in Little Rhodey in Providence. Next to him on the right-hand side, Andrea, she's a sports reporter in the A. Bottom left-hand corner of the screen, Huskers playing for the Chicago Bears. He's got a lead 14-7. OG2K, a former champion, playing for the Steelers. He's got the ball near midfield, trailing by a touchdown here in the second quarter. Back to the NFL. We were just talking about those Cleveland Browns. Back to the Browns. The head quarterback right now, QB1. It's an old guy, Joe Flacco, 40 years of age, folks. And Joe Flacco going to be named the starter, was named the starter early this week for the Cleveland Browns. I think the correct decision. We all saw this coming. There's no news here. My question to you guys, how long will he be the starter? We've seen what Joe Flacco can do. I think 4-1, 5-1 down the stretch for the Browns. Took them to the playoffs for just the second time since, they've been back in Cleveland in 1999. Actually, a third time, because my quarterback was Kelly Holcomb, took him to there for the first time in 2002. Baker Mayfield took him there 4 or 5 years ago, and now Joe Flacco 2 years ago. Your thoughts, Derwin? Didn't really play well last year, especially towards the end. Is this the right call here for the Brownies?
Oh, absolutely. He's the veteran. He is your bridge to the next young quarterback. And you want to, give your fans something to hope for. You want to get out of the gate strong and try to win a couple of games. So you go with the veteran. Now, if the veteran comes out there the first 3 games and he's out there throwing picks, they're going to have to go to one of the young guys. And the question's going to be which one of those young guys is going to be. Because I'm telling you right now, the country is going to be behind Shedeur.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to want Shedeur. So Gabriel's going to have a really tough time. If the Browns give him the job, it's just a matter of time when people are going to keep screaming for Shedeur's name. So the Browns are going to have a very interesting decision to make in the next couple of weeks.
But this is a good decision for them. You put Flacco out there. People are going to clamor for the backup quarterback.
Exactly.
If Flacco plays well, they look like geniuses. If he doesn't, people clamoring for Shedeur or Dillon or, Kenny Pickett or whoever else is on the roster. Huntley, I guess, would be 5th or 6th. Then you can just insert him into the lineup, and there you go. So this is ready-made for Cleveland. But I want to caution you, Andrew Richmond. Joe Flacco's a Super Bowl winner. I'm not saying he's going to be great, but we saw what he can do 2 years ago when given the opportunity here. What if Cleveland gets off to a 2-2 start or something like that? 3-3.
Then
you got to keep playing him, right?
Then they'll run into the Bengals and the Ravens, and then a reality check will come. So you can win some
Well, they play the Ravens
but
in week 2. I do know that because Joe Flacco will be playing against his former team.
Yeah, so good luck even going with that scenario in the first place. I think that Joe Flacco, it's a nice story. Look, the best position, what do they say? The best position to be in the National Football League is the backup quarterback, right? Everybody's always clamoring for you if things don't go well, and this is the Browns, who are in a tough division with the Steelers, who are going to have a great defense. We'll talk about that later. Against the Ravens and the Bengals, who are going to have great offenses. And even if the Cleveland is able to field a good defense, at the end of the day, the question with the offense, and still it being compared to a lot of different players, a lot of different teams in that division, it's going to be a rough time. So Joe Flacco, we know he's leading the charge, but eventually he's going to falter, or you would imagine so. And when you have somebody who's a 3rd and a 5th round pick, regardless of how you view them as players and what they did in college, they're still 3rd and 5th round picks. You would rather push them into the end of the year so they can grow, learn the offense a little bit, and also too, if they're the first on and they suck, well, guess what? Then everybody is destined to say, oh, you'll never be good. But if they're not the worst, and we've also seen like other not good quarterbacks before them, let's just ride it out, right? There's a different type of mentality and a different way that we view those performances if somebody else supersedes them and they're also not that great as well. So again, it's all about perspective, and I think that perspective lends better for both Dillon and Shedeur, whichever one of those actually ends up being the starter after Joe Flacco.
They're looking at 1-6, 1-7 if they're lucky.
But the Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, they go against in consecutive weeks. That might be the time to start there. You know what I mean? Maybe
soft
Dolphins
landing.
are going to be it's still going to be good and competitive at that point, right?
Yeah, up and down.
Patriots, maybe Drake May gets a little bit comfortable, but they're still not going to be the greatest.
Right.
And the Jets.
Still a team that's only won 4 games the last 2 years, so you're right.
And I tell you guys what, after they're at the Steelers on October 12th, depending on what their record is, when they go home, I might start one of the young guys against the Dolphins. That's going to be a winnable game. Because the Dolphins they're soft.
Especially when it gets cold. That 40-degree thing is in their head. Real quickly, you guys' thoughts here on Flacco. Remember we talked about this a few months ago, not wanting to be a mentor to these young guys. I think he likes Shedeur a little bit. Maybe he mentors him because he respects his dad probably.
I thought that silently when you were talking about all these young guys and how ever since he was like, man, I don't want to be the backup for Lamar. Ever since then, all he's done is be a backup to a lot of young guys, all right? Or basically the forefront to a lot of young guys. So, if you want to stay in this league, you have to do it. And I think Flacco's realized that in order to keep on making paychecks, he has to. There's some legendary quarterbacks like Cam Newton who's decided to bow out and say, hey, I can't do that. I think Joe Flacco realizes that. And the Jersey kid is just like, you know what? Maybe I can be, the forebearer for all the youngins in the world. So I like that role for Unky Joe.
Yeah, shout out to you talked about Cam Newton and then 4th and 1. He got a great podcast there. Gonna have his jersey retired at Auburn. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow on ISG College Football. So shout out to Cam Newton. Shout out to the 2 Madden players playing really well right now. 3-point ball game here. Huskers, the former champ. Actually, he's the current champ. Playing with the Bears, has a lead by 3. OG2K, a former champ, down by 3. Playing with Pittsburgh. He's got the ball here in the 3rd quarter. That 2nd quarter brought to you by good friends at Corner Square Pizzeria. Also located where I trap at Bayonne, New Jersey, 956 Broadway. They're in Bayonne, New Jersey. Changing the pizza game one slice at a time. Great people eat great pizza, folks. I love that slogan. They got pies, they got sandwiches, appetizers and sides, salads and desserts. Just a vast menu there. Barstool owner Dave Portnoy, there you can see him right there, came through recently. He was in Bayonne, gave them a great score on one bite of the pizza, I think, 8.3? It's a really good score for them. I love the famous cheesesteaks as well. So shout out to Paulie, the owner, and there's the son, Peter, guys. We'll see you guys soon. Check them out online, cornersquarepizzeria.com. Welcome back here on NESN Nation, Beating Sports Channel, Players TV, in the Black Network, Larry Ridley of CBS Sports, ISG Football here on your screen, folks, powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. Larry Ridley of CBS Sports. Got Derwin Worrell to the bottom left of me, former sportscaster there, television, and sports reporter and anchor at WPRI in television, PRI Television in Pravi. Little road to Andrea Richmond. She's a sports reporter in Atlanta. Huskers, bottom left-hand corner screen, playing with the Chicago Bears, has a lead by 3, 17-14. Started the 3rd quarter here, about 4 minutes to go. OG2K, a former champ, playing with Pittsburgh. They're playing for cash and prizes, folks, as we talk the latest in the world of NFL. Preseason week 3 here, coming to a close with the exhibition season in the National Football League. Let's get back into the NFL. We're just talking about OG2K playing with Pittsburgh. How about their head coach, Mike Tomlin, and the Pittsburgh Steelers? Looking for another great season. Got some great additions there on defense with Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay. You talk about TJ Watt, Cam Hayward. So shout out to Mike Tomlin there. But Mike Tomlin made some waves by what he said about his defense. And he feels really good about this defense. Like I said, Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, TJ Watt, Cam Hayward. I would feel good about those guys as well. The standard is the standard when you talk about Mike Tomlin. His quote was, you know what? It feels good about this group. He says he feels good about this group. We gotta write the story, though. But we've got enough talent. We've got enough schematics and to do big things. And he says, when I say big things, folks, I'm talking about historic things. That's the quote where everybody latched on to. We know about the Steelers and their lineage. We know about the Steel Curtain. We know about the 4 Super Bowls in the 70s. We know about the 6 Super Bowls overall. Do they have 6? Yeah, they do have 6. Or do they have 5? 6. They're tied with New England. Derwin, your thoughts here? No, we're going to bring in ladies first on this one. Andrea, your thoughts here on Mike Tomlin and their defense. We're still curtain reincarnated, huh? Pittsburgh being historic, a defense in 2026 or 2025, 2026 season?
Man, they need to in order to survive in this division, right? Because the question mark of the Browns aside, we know one thing. We know the Bengals, especially the fact that they went ahead and re-signed T. Higgins, and they also have Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. They're going to be dangerous. And on top of that, Lamar Jackson, a perennial MVP at this point, he is also going to be dangerous. In order for them to stay afloat, I mean, yes, they do have, shout out, a pick right there from Huskers, so shout out. You're going to need a lot of those plays because you're going against a lot of great players in your division. And we do know that you have Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is an older cat at this point. You do have DK, but DK is only one player, and they are able to draft healthily, but you need to make sure your defense is good. That's the only way you can survive. Yeah. And with big plays and big turnovers, even if DK has slow moments, even if Aaron has slow moments, even if the running back situation is as good as you want to be, you'll always have that defense to lean on. You also have, Joey Porter Jr., who's doing his thing too as well, Deshaun Elliott, Alex Highsmith. They're loaded. So they better be good, and they'll need it because every little bit counts, not even outside of this division, in the AFC in general. Yeah.
Historic things, Derwin? That's the quote. That means
when I hear
one of the greatest ever. That means doomsday defense, steel curtain, Baltimore Ravens, 2000.
Seattle Seahawks.
Bucks, Seattle Seahawks, Legion of Doom. Yep. Legion of Doom. Yep.
What did all those teams have in common? They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you're gonna have a statement like that, you're telling me that you're going to the Super Bowl and you're going to win the Super Bowl. You're telling me that you're going to beat the Buffalo Bills. You're going to beat the Baltimore Ravens. We got to wait and see. I mean, when I just think about the secondary, you just named 3 guys that are, stand-up corners. They got a pretty good secondary, and they got TJ Watt.
They got a good team. I just named you 4 All-Pros right there. Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, TJ Watt, and Cam Hayward. That's a nice group to start with. We're not even talking about the young pieces that they have on defense. So they got he said it. He says, look, he feels good about this group. They've got enough talent. It's up to them to write their story, but they've got enough schematics and they got enough talent to do big things. He's right about that. It's just when he said historic, I was like,
well, yeah, when you say historic, you got to win the Super Bowl. But defensively, what we've seen, if you have a historical defense,
right,
it can cover up a lot of things that your offense has.
Historic to me means 10, 11, 12 points or less per game.
True.
That's historic.
Yeah, under 15.
I don't know about that. That's hard to do in today's NFL.
Yeah, it really is. That's historic, though.
Yeah,
that's Super Bowl worthy. If your defense can hold teams to under 15, 14 points, chances are you're playing an AFC Championship game.
No, this team is capable of it. I think that's a lot. That's a lot to ask. We'll keep up with the Steelers this season. And keeping up with this Madden game right here. Got a 24-21 ball game. Speaking of the Steelers, down by 3. Just hit an onside kick for OG2K, bottom right-hand corner of the screen. He's down by 3, and he goes for broke. Doesn't get it there, but during the fourth quarter, 4 minutes and 39 seconds left here for the Madden game as we talk to the latest in the world of the National Football League. That third quarter brought to our good friends at Chubby's Sports Bar and Grill, located also in Bayonne, New Jersey, 812 in Broadway. Everything right there on Broadway, man. Right there at Midtown. That's where all the action is in Bayonne, New Jersey. Bayonne's favorite sports bar. Shout out to Anthony, owner there. They got great food, good vibes, and a fun atmosphere. Folks, we all need a place to relax after work, right? So why not do it with a drink in your hand? Bayonne's top-rated burgers, wings. They got dry rubbed and sauced, grilled shrimp tacos, Mexican street corn, fried shrimp, salty pretzels, and seafood baskets. They're open Tuesday through Sunday, 2 p.m. to 2 a.m., so every day of the week except Monday. Check them out online, chubbybayonne.com. And we're back here inside of Golf Zone Social. 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. Larry Ridley, CBS Sports, ISG football here on your screen here on the platforms of Destination Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, in the Black Network. Golf Zone Social, 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. It's a sports bar a bar, a lounge, a restaurant. Got the VIP suites as well, and 16 total bays here at the Brooklyn location. Check them out online, golfzonesocial.com. Got Derwin Worrell really with me to the right of me, sportscaster and former sportscaster and anchor reporter up at WPRI Television in Rhode Island. To the right of him, Andrea Richmond, piece up A-Down. She's in the A-Town, sports reporter in the ATL. Middle of the screen, Huskers, our current king of the hill, hanging on to a 3-point lead here on defense, playing with the Bears, up 24-21, less than 4 minutes to play here in the fourth. A current champ there, a former champ, OG2K, playing with Pittsburgh, trying to get into the end zone, loses yardage there outside of the 5-yard line here, trying to take the lead or at least top this ball game with less than 4 minutes to go. Back to the NFL, guys. OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. A lot of talk last week that he was going to retire. Remember that beautiful image of his son sitting on the ground with MetLife Stadium there in the parking lot in the background there. Beautiful shot there. Looks like they think, a lot of people thought he was going to retire. He said, not so fast. I'm not retiring. And he wants to play this year. Getting up there in age a little bit. We do know about the knee injuries and the leg injuries. There was that shot with he and his son there. A beautiful shot there. Been working out recently. Wants to play. We know what he did with the Dolphins last year. 9 games? I think he had like 9 catches, like 50-something yards. No touchdowns. No, no big plays or anything like that. Do you guys still think Odell has anything left in the tank? We'll start with you, Andrew Richmond. How much does he have left in the tank, or should he call it quits?
First of all, OG is a bad man. Oh my gosh, what a drive.
Was just down 24 to 14?
Yeah, this game is cinema right now. Oh my gosh. But I will say OBJ, right, wants to be on the other end of some of OG's passes, right? He wants to be somebody who can catch, but unfortunately, as you age as a player, especially I feel like for skill position players, it's a little bit hard for them to accept that, time is ticking, and although you want to play, the rest of the league doesn't always feel the same way. He did really well, I think, in Baltimore, was a great mentor. And unfortunately, when it came to his time in the Dolphins, he only played for half of a season. They had a lot of things going on. So maybe OBJ can always lean on the fact that, hey, I didn't have a quarterback passing to me right now. I had Skylar Thompson passing to me. I'm not going to be able to pick up any yards like that. So maybe OBJ
he had Tua last year.
Yeah, he had Tua, but Tua only played like 2 games. Come on, early on, he got hurt. So maybe OBJ can convince a team to be like that, like say, hey, I was hurt. My quarterback was hurt. But unfortunately, time is ticking. He doesn't have the athleticism he used to have. I feel like he can probably be a mentor, but in terms of him actually producing in the NFL, I don't know if it's going to happen. I hope it does, because I remember those highlights at MetLife, but it's been a long time since then.
Yeah, that was 2013. Derwin, he's been in the league 11 seasons. Worried about the injuries, the legs and things of that nature. Look, he looks good when he's working out. He's not going to be a number 1. He's not a number 2. He needs to go somewhere where he can be a 3rd or 4th option and just sort of blend in and bring that, sort of veteran leadership and IQ to the wide receiver room. Derwin.
He's cooked. He's done.
Wow.
He's cooked.
He's cooked, yo.
Barbecue chicken?
He does not belong on anybody's team, bro. It's over. He's done. He's done.
No shot. Why?
What have you seen from him that makes you believe that he can help a football team? Nothing.
There's no lie there. Not the last couple of years. There's no lie. Yeah.
He's not even going to be a number 4 on anybody. He's not a 3 anymore.
Well, it depends on the fit. There are some teams out there. Baltimore could be a place for it. We can go back.
Young guy
Buffalo, Kansas City, one of these top playoff teams.
No.
It could be a great.
He can't play in Kansas City.
He could play in the slot. Absolutely, he could. Yes, he could.
Maybe the Rams, if they're
Juju Smith-Schuster played there. He could play there.
Do you know what Kansas City?
I'd think it'd be great, but he could play there.
No,
yeah, I do. I do. Rasheed Rice. Yep. Got your boy from Texas. Hollywood. Yeah, that's 3. And a kid from Texas. I forget his name.
Right. Yeah.
Worthy. Yeah.
Right. Where does he fit in?
He could be the 3rd or 4th option.
He's taking up a roster spot, and he doesn't play special
but he could play in the slot. Is what I'm saying.
Those
guys are burners on the outside.
That's why I
Well,
feel like
Kelsey's
the
there.
only place he could probably go is like the Rams, and that's only
Buffalo?
because of nostalgia, right?
The
The Rams will
Rams?
probably be like, yeah, just because of nostalgia, just because
Well, he
Matt
knows the
Stafford,
playbook,
this
yeah.
is a guy that I played with before. Obviously, you have Robinson, Puka. You have a whole bunch of like great talent that maybe you can convince yourself that an older vet can just like be there. Just to soak up some knowledge. Washington,
You got
somebody talk
Devontae
to them?
Adams
see what they do.
already
We'll see.
there,
We'll see.
and
Yeah,
you got Puka. They could teach the young guys enough.
Buffalo.
You do not
Yeah,
need
that's
OBJ.
true.
Buffalo.
That's true.
Buffalo.
Buffalo?
Buffalo.
Nah.
They don't really have great receivers anymore.
What's number zero's name? The young guy, the young kid they got. I forget.
Coleman. Yeah.
They
yeah.
got Coleman.
From Florida State. Yep.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
not like they
and they got
Buffalo
They got
doesn't
they got the other
swing
kid,
it
the slot
anyway.
kid, but
Yeah.
I mean, they got like two really good receivers. That's about it. So I can see him there.
Shakur.
I
Look,
like Shedeur. I like Shedeur.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
New England. I mean, you covered
Come on,
them.
they got
intimately.
Diggs. They don't need
Yeah.
no
But
And you
I
know
didn't, he's not in one. I'm saying
We
just as a
saw-
guy that can help.
We saw
He doesn't
on
look like a
this
fourth option.
on this picture right here on this kaleidoscope, whatever they call it, right? All these pictures that we're seeing, collage. There you
collage,
go,
yes,
kaleidoscope. Oh my gosh, it's been a long day, guys. On this collage, we have seen somebody else who has tried that pathway, Ocho Cinco. And he, for years, had been like, pick me. I'm healthy. I'm conditioned. He had these workouts. And what happened from it? Not a dang thing, man.
I was there in 2011, man. It was hard. He couldn't pick
Not
up
a
the
dang
offense there in
thing.
New England when they went to the Super Bowl in
Nah.
2012. So, yeah. But OBJ did fire back. He's like, look, man, cut it out. I'm here. He did messages on social media. He's not retiring. So anybody asking, there you go. You got your
Good
answer.
guy, though.
Nobody's asking.
Nobody's asking.
No
The
one
phone
asked for
ain't
this.
ringing right now.
Nobody's asking.
Nobody's asking for this.
No.
I'm rooting for OBJ. I think he does
I
play
am.
this year.
He's a
and
good
this,
guy.
This is going to be it,
I'm
though.
not saying he's not.
This is going to be
good
it, though. He's
Yeah,
got
I
one.
know. I
This
know.
shit right here.
He's probably a really great guy, great dad.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you've had your time.
All right. Speaking of great guys, when you play in the NFL, his name is Colston Loveland, former first-round pick from Michigan, I believe. I think he was a top 10 pick last
Tight
year.
end.
Tight end for the Bears. Got some swag. I like him there in Chicago. Really ingratiating himself with his teammates. You know how you do it, man. You're there, man. It's not really hazing, but you got to sing or whatever, perform for those guys. You know, a little talent show, things of that nature for the guys during camp. Check out Colston Loveland, man. Got a little swag, man. Some R&B love here. Check him out. That was really good right there. Colston Loveland, let me love you. And he knew the words too, man. Like, you could tell the brothers in the background, like, what? He know the words? That's what I'm talking about, clapping up for the young fella. He was into it, absolutely.
Invite
man.
him to the cookout.
Right. The only thing missing, Andrea.
Of the body roll. If he did the body roll, I would have absolutely dropped out. Come on, give him a max contract right now. Man, I thought he was over here singing, oh, like a church runs and everything like that. He did good, and I think that's the thing. When you're given these by your old heads, you never really want to do it. You're like, oh, it's going to be embarrassing. Embrace it, because then you go viral, people love you, and that's extra emphasis.
Literally love you.
Right, let me
you.
love you, right? Now the crowd is like, let me love you too. I mean, Chi-Town needs some love right now,
That was
especially because
bad,
that
Andrew.
Bears.
That was
I
bad.
can do
Andrew.
that.
Let me love you.
You can
too.
let me love you. So you need that. It's not my tone, right? You know, he's like a tenor and I'm an alto, or it's the opposite. Anyway, regardless.
Right.
You get more fan support, and guess what? You earned a fan in me, but he wasn't church singing though. I will tell you that.
Derwin, jumping in real quick.
I mean, it was lovely. He embraced it. I mean, his teammates were loving it, you know. So kind of nice to see that kind of bonding there with the team. So hopefully he has a great year.
All right. Speaking of great, this game is great, man. How much time's left? I think OG2K is going to hang on and win this game, huh? How much time's left? Less than 10 seconds?
Oh, OG.
23 seconds left, and he's got a lead. That's right. Huskers could not score. Real quickly, Drake Maye, guys. We got about a couple of minutes here. Drake Maye. He's walking off the field, man, doing the joint practices with the Vikings, and these fans are like, Drake, randomize our fantasy football list or whatever. And it's like, all right. And he comes back, and he literally does it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, thanks, guys.
What a weird thing.
That was very weird, but I thought that was cool, though, that Drake, that he actually understood the assignment and he delivered. Andrew, go ahead.
In the heat of the moment, I would have been like, what the heck am I signing? But shout out to Drake Maye, man, and whoever was signed one, I'm going to be like, I'm Drake Maye's favorite, man. I was number one. Like, literally, that's going to be my fantasy the entire time. In fact, I'm going to make that my name for our fantasy league, Derwin and Kev. Drake Maye's favorite. Let's go. I ain't drafting him, though.
I mean, that's cool because, it's fantasy football season, and we got to draft in a couple of weeks, so it's just really cool that he understood the assignment. He knew exactly what these guys were talking about, and these guys will never forget Drake Maye signed their draft card.
A very random thing became a really cool thing and viral thing there. So shout out to Drake Maye as the Patriots are getting ready. I think they got the Giants. I think they're right here in MetLife Stadium this week. I think tomorrow, Thursday, there for the Patriots. All right, man, that game is over. OG2K, we have a new king of the hill, folks. He's back. Knocks out Huskers, who I got a feeling they're going to meet up again here very soon. That fourth quarter brought to you by our good friends. 902 Brewing Company will be there tomorrow. ISG college football there. 101 Pacific Avenue in Jersey City, a craft brewery there in Jersey City producing ales and lagers. I got the big bright tanks and the fermenters there. Handcrafted beers in the best atmosphere that you'll find. Curated good times made right there in Jersey City. They got the spacious tap room, host a variety of events, got the rooftop. You've seen that as well. We'll show it to you again tomorrow. Shout out to Don and everyone there. Some 20 different varieties of beer there. 902 Brewing there in Jersey City, 902brewing.com. Welcome back here inside of Golf Zone Social here, Larry Ridley, CBS Sports. ISG football here. The game is over here at Golf Zone Social. ISG football, the intersection of sports and gaming, powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, over Route 3. Folks, we're the only show that talks traditional sports and gaming at the same time. And speaking of gaming, we got OG2K back. They played Madden. A couple of competitors there, top gamers in the world, playing for cash and prizes. And it's our former champ, OG2K, gets the win there over the current king of the hill. He is moving on. OG2K, talk about, man, you were down by 10 heading into the fourth quarter, man. You score, you get the onside kick, you take the lead, and you hold them out there in the red zone going into the end zone there to close up the game, man. How big were those sequences for you to get a dub?
That was really crazy. That was a pretty interesting way to win there, but honestly, he probably played the better game than me, but the thing with having a new game in Madden 26 is the defense is a little bit different. Mm-hmm. So I'm not fully back yet as far as transferring from game to game yet. But the one thing that sticks is like clock management, red zone D.
That's it.
Just stuff like that. So I feel like I did a good job with that kind of stuff.
Never fails. Go ahead, Andrea, real quick.
You can't keep getting away with this. How, Sway? How?
I was going to ask you, how do you keep doing this? You pull a rabbit out your hat every time, man.
Every single time. And I do have to ask, in addition to how do you keep on getting away with this, is it easier to onside kick in this game versus the last game?
Yeah, I think the onsides are, right now, I feel like they're going to patch them just because, the way that you get it is like, most of the time they won't even touch it, and that's like if their user's not clicked on. So I got a really rare animation in this game because he
glitchy.
Actually was on the guy.
It was glitchy. So you cheated.
Of course it works in your favor, bro.
Exactly.
It always does.
Great job. Real quickly before we get out of here, Dillon Gabriel, did he shade Shedeur Sanders? Did he throw shade at him at that interview with their entertainers and their competitors?
I don't know. I don't really know how well their relationship is with each other, but I know they're fighting for a quarterback battle right now for second or third string or whatever.
So it was definitely shade. That's what you
did.
I know they're on the same team. Like a lot of the quarterbacks like to teach each other. Like some of the veterans like to teach the rookies how to get better at playing QB. But I don't know.
All right, 5 seconds. Did you like Colston Loveland singing the R&B song "Let Me Love You"? I thought he did good. What'd you think?
No, I didn't hear that. That must have been pretty funny. I mean, they just beat the Bills pretty bad. So.
Yes, in preseason, absolutely. All right, man.
It sounded that bad. Honestly, no, it didn't. It was fun.
All right, man. We'll see you next week, man. Back on the King of the Hill, man. And ready for a big run in Madden 26? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Hopefully make a MCS event this year.
Absolutely. We'll be rooting for you, man. All right, man. If you want to be like OG2K or Huskers and be a King of the Hill, you can join us now, man. TheISGShow.com/Madden. Ages 13 and up. All online. You can win cash and other prizes. Weekly King of the Hill format, man. It's all right there. Check us out online. TheISGShow.com/Madden. It's official merchandise. It is on sale right now online exclusively. TheISGShow.com/shop. Get all the gear that you want, the merch. We got a bunch of t-shirts. Literally about, 16, 17, 18 different varieties of t-shirts there, man. Exclusively online there, theisgshow.com/shop. Hey, if you do $75 or more worth of orders, you get free shipping there. Authentic ISG t-shirts and merchandise exclusively there, theisgshow.com/shop. All right, this post-game show brought to our good friends at Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, Route 3. They're the guys that invented deep dish pizza back in 1943, drawing it from their identity and inspiration from their origins there in the Chicago. Over 100 locations in 20 states. They also serve pasta, steaks, seafood, burgers, and more. They got craft beers, great cocktails, and for you health nuts out there, vegetarian dishes as well. Check them out online, unos.com. Uno's Pizzeria will be there on Thursday for ISG basketball later in the week. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get out of here, man. It's been a great show, man. Shout out to OG2K. Back and better, like he never left, the King of the Hill now. We'll see him next week. Andrea Richard, we'll see her later in the week on ISG Basketball. Worrell, man, bringing it, man, and filling in at the very last minute, man, former sportscaster at WPRI Television in Larody in Providence, Derwin. We thank you so much, my friend. We'll talk to you very soon. I'm Larry Ridley, CBS Sports, ISG Football, ISG College Football, ISG Basketball later in the week. They'll do it here from Golf Zone Social, 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. We're here in BK. We'll see you tomorrow for ISG Football. Have a great one, folks.